Just a small disclaimer at the head of this video. DS footage is really hard to make look good for a horizontal media format, so I'll only be showing the bottom screen. Sorry in advance if this irritates you, it irritates the hell out of me, and I tried to make it look good, and I tried to make it work, but it looked awful. So, on to the video. Imagine for a second, just 1 second, a single moment, that you are a kid again. That's how I feel when I play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon: Explorers of Sky. There were 2 released originally, Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness, with Explorers of Sky coming out later as the 3rd version. Sky is definitively the best of the 3, adding more starters, the Spinda Cafe, more stuff for the post-game, and so much more. It's like not even scratching the surface. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this one. Explorers of Sky is my favorite game ever made. Ever. This game makes me feel. If you've never played this game, I promise you it is so worth your time, with what I'd say houses early roguelite elements with dungeons that are never the same layout twice and losing money and items when you faint. It also has classic Pokemon elements like leveling up, getting new moves, and getting more Pokemon in your arsenal. It also has a story that is filled with deep and rich character writing, a sense of adventure, mysteries, betrayal, hope, sacrifice, things that make me remember that I'm alive. With the largest starting roster of the series, Explorers of Sky has 21 playable Pokemon, including Phanpy, Skitty, and Riolu, with standouts including Skitty and Pikachu being arguably the best Pokemon in the game, with Chikorita and Phanpy being the worst. Rest in peace to all the Phanpy and Chikorita fans. I feel like I might be the only one who likes these two. Not in this game, they're terrible, they're atrocious. I mean just in general. Donphan and Meganium used to be my favorite Pokemon as a kid. Shout out to all you fucking Meganium and Donphan fans. For those unaware, the Mystery Dungeon series isn't like the standard Pokemon game experience. There are no people, gyms, or wild encounters. What replaces gym battles are boss encounters at the end of some dungeons that have story significance. Once you get a few hours in, you'll be able to recruit Pokemon to your team randomly when you beat them, with some having higher odds and some having lower odds. The story here is the main selling point, and just like with Okami, I will be avoiding spoilers because this story is one worth going into knowing as little as possible. It starts off after you do a fun little quiz to get the Pokemon you'll be controlling, and then you get to pick your partner out of the list of complementary Pokemon. Ideally, one that complements your type, but I won't judge if you pick your favorite. It is beatable, albeit harder if you pick Chikorita and Phanpy as your duo. Soon enough, you'll join an exploration guild, and that's where I'll leave it. Like I said, you gotta know as little as possible. The visuals here are fine enough for standard gameplay. They don't look bad, but they're far from the best the DS can do. But when one of the few animated cutscenes shows is where it looks its best. Visuals aside, the music here is the shining light. It was hard to pick the songs for this video because there are so many good ones, but some of them are best left to listen to in their original context for your first listen, which is unfortunate because those are my favorite tracks. And that's pretty much it, I guess. Other than gummies and IQ points, but a guide would be able to explain those way better than I ever could. Thank you guys so much for listening to my thoughts on my favorite game of all time, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky. This game really is great. I hope I sold it on you. If not, oh well, you're a lost cause anyway. So, I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is, and whatever game that is. I haven't figured it out yet. Adios!